So I'm going to show you just some simple things to look for if you're out viewing a property when you walk the exterior. A couple quick things. Make sure you view the property during the day. This is not going to work very well at night. So make sure you view the property during the day. And also, if you do buy a house that has stucco, make sure and have a professional stucco inspection done. It's well worth the money. Even though it's not going to be the cheapest inspection, trust me, it could save you tens of thousands of dollars down the road. So you're going to see stucco in a lot of different colors and a lot of different finishes, but there's basically two different types of stucco. A lot of people refer to them as the old stucco and the new stucco. So when you hear people talk about the old system, they're referring to the hard coat stucco system. And it's generally comprised of cement, typically Portland cement, sand and water, and gets extremely hard when properly cured. The newer system is called the EFA stucco system, and that stands for Exterior Insulation and Finish Systems. It's usually a little different and is known to have better water barriers and insulation properties than traditional hardcoat stucco systems, and most EFA assemblies are designed to keep water on the outside of the building. A hardcoat stucco system will absorb the water and it will leave the system through evaporation or through the weep screeds. This is a diagram of the older system, and you can see that it has two layers of water-resistant barriers, and it has two base plaster coats and a finish coat. And the finish coat is what they can tint to basically a multitude of different colors. So here's all you want to do. You want to make sure and walk around the property, pay close attention to the walls, and you're looking for any cracks, discoloration, or any holes in the stucco. And I know these are kind of obvious, they're pretty big, but when you see cracks like this, you've got to anticipate moisture and water are getting inside the walls, and there's going to be some interior damage. Another thing you want to look for, just make sure none of the stucco on the house is touching the ground. You never want the stucco touching the earth or going below the earth like in this case. This part of the house, the bottom plate was totally rotten out because the landscaping and the dirt was above the bottom of the stucco, and that's just not good. So this is the reason why I made this video in the first place. You've got to pay attention and walk around and look really closely at the windowsills. Some of the cracks, like this one right here, is kind of large, but other cracks are going to be very small and they're going to be hard to see with the naked eye. But when you have cracks like this, you're guaranteed to have moisture and water inside these walls. And here in Florida, moisture and water inside the walls equals termites. Here's what the inside of that window looked like. You can see termite damage and some wood rot. It wasn't all that bad, but this windowsill and part of the framing definitely had to be rebuilt. I really would have liked to have seen what that wall looked like once they opened it up though. So here's another example, and this one had a pretty large crack, plus it had a pretty decent sized hole in it. So you know this window has got to be taking on water, and sure enough it was. But this crack, like I said, this one was pretty obvious because it was so big, and it's really hard to miss. But just remember, these cracks equal water equals moisture equals termites. This is the last one I'm going to show you, but this crack right here, it's obvious from this view because I'm zoomed in so much, but from a distance, especially from behind the bushes, you could not see this crack. But once you saw the inside of this wall, all the termite damage, you knew that there had to be something going on, and sure enough, you see the crack. And this is just another example of what happened, and it led to termites, and they got in this wall, they got all the bottom plate and the bottom of all the baseboards and stuff. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them below. Just make sure if you buy a house with stucco, get a professional stucco inspection. You will save lots of money in the long run, trust me.